on the offensive boards.
This Cavaliers squad is struggling. Shot from 16. With the 10th, Love trying to break loose. Rebound by Butler.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Dunleavy for 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep. Well, a big part of the problem for Cleveland last year was talent on the roster, so we can assume things will be different. Clark on the road for him this season.
Things will be different in a lot of ways as long as LeBron is leading the way. And they'll be on the same page. He'll make sure of that. So look for a lot different outcomes in Cleveland.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Mike Dunleavy, the former number 3 overall pick out of Duke, Steve, back in 2002.
Yeah, he played on that Duke team back in 2001 that won the NCAA championship. Played alongside Williams and Boozer. You know, never really became a star, but a quality player over his 12-year NBA career.
And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, over the break, I listened in on David Blatt's huddle. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Here is Verejao, following the score by Derrick Rose. Verejao passes to James, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And a quick look at last year and the season Kevin Love had. 3rd in rebounding, and also finished among the NBA's top 5 scorers. So just an unbelievable season for him offensively.
And Steve, you pointed out his success as a rebounder last season as well. I mean, he excelled at using his strength to fight through bodies and muscle his way to the glass.
Kirk Hinrich, he's checked in for the Bulls. And so it's Cleveland with it. The Bulls knocking down the 3. It's LeBron with the drive. Nice shot from 10 feet out. LeBron's got 12 in the game. Chicago's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Passes it to Butler, launches a 3, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. No good from Gasol. Here's Waiters. He feeds it to Irving. Back to Waiters. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him. And on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Rose dishes to Hinrich. From the arc, it's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got his 8th assist here tonight.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Hinrich inside the three-point line. Gets an open look and hits. Heinrich's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's James. 12 points for him.
The Cavs were an all-out mess last year, and a lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
The shot no good. Right side Rose. Another one falls for Chicago.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Irving against Rose. That one off the back iron and out.
And with the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It's something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
Here's LeBron following the basket by Kirk Hinrich. Irving kicks to Waiters. Jones from outside. To halt the run, and Gasol sends it back.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And, you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Butler from outside. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. That's now 32 points for Butler.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Now here is Miller. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Brooks with it. Jones covering. Brooks the pass to Butler. Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Defensively, they're really scattered right now, giving up so many open looks from the three-point line.
Yeah, they are splashing them. Their last three buckets have all come from behind the arc.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Marion against Gibson. Butler with the block. They recover it. Now here is Mirotic. Launches it. And Butler gets it to go. Butler's got 15 points in just the second half.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
And here now is our State Farm assist of the game, and Steve coming earlier on a three-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of good passes tonight, some on the interior. This one on the outside, setting up his teammate perfectly for that three-point look.
And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. They've got Tristan Thompson. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Mike Miller. Then there's Marion, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Now here is Miller. The three-pointer is right on target. Dellavedova's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. And Chicago's shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. Snell, no good. Cavaliers shooting a meager 37% for the game. Dellavedova kicks to Miller. The pass to Dellavedova. Marion a screen on Brooks. And Jones has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Muhammad pulls it in. Here's Chicago. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
And I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Timberwolves game. That should be a close one.
Here is Miller, following the three-point basket by Chicago. He dishes it to Dellavedova.
Well, it started a few years ago, and it looks like it's a trend that is here to stay. Sleeve jerseys, once again, making their presence felt in the NBA. I got to admit, I don't see the appeal for players. I never like to shoot with a sleeved shirt on. It kind of tugs at your arm, but it sells, and that's the big thing for the league.
Muhammad against Marion, and the basket by Muhammad.
He's been key for this team's offense, the way he's distributed the ball.
Yeah, you know, the offense is just moving through him, Steve, no doubt.
Here's Dellavedova. Kicks to Miller. This one for three. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Well, as Steve was talking about, the sleeves might bother some, others not so much, but with last year and the All-Star teams using them as well as the Christmas games, Clark, it is the de facto special edition jersey now, it seems.
And, you know, it's good for some casual fans who want to support their teams without running around winter wearing a tank top.
Like you and I are doing right now. The feed to Dellavedova. Looking to end the run. Jones for three. Out to Miller. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
In the first half, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes. But finding themselves down now, they've started to cast up a lot more triples.
Now here's Brooks. Here's Muhammad. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got his 8th assist here tonight.
And we're seeing the shots just dropping from everywhere right now.
Yeah, since halftime, Steve, they've been operating very efficiently.
Here's Dellavedova. On the wing, Marion. Cleveland moving the ball around. And it's Miller penetrating. Runner in the lane. Here's Thompson. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
They have got to put a body on him, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
The 11-footer, again, Chicago.
Yeah, very solid offensive execution out there.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Miller kicks to Marion, and he gets it to go.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Now the dish to Mirotic. Bank shot, no good. Cleveland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Dellavedova, the pass to Marion. Jones kicks to Dellavedova. Miller outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Thompson. Muhammad pulls it in. Muhammad's got 3 rebounds now in this one. He kicks to Snell. There's the 3. Shot is no good, so Cleveland will take it the other way.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And guys, when you're cracking heads against somebody 4 times over the course of a season, boy, it's a great feeling to snatch that first game. Good adjustments tonight against the Cavs.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Jimmy Butler. Now, there wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every opportunity he got. Boy, that floater takes such a nice touch.
Brooks kicks to Snell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Here's Dellavedova. On the wing, Marion. Dishes it to Dellavedova. Jones drives in, and he gets it to go.
Assist goes to.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Feeds it to Moore. And here's Brooks from outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Just a little bit more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate the win.
Well, they can already start to celebrate, Steve, and they should let their team hear it. They were good.
Dellavedova kicks to Jones. Again, the miss by Jones. Here's Muhammad out to the right wing. Here's Moore. Another 3 for Chicago.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night, and these guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dream-like games for a coach.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline.